Tonight's Indiana Jones Behind the Adventure.
For more than a decade, devoted fans have asked a single question: will there be another Indiana Jones? Now E.T. finally uncovers the truth behind the rumors as our Leonard Maltin looks back at the careers of the men behind the myth.
You can't plan for success, and none of us have crystal balls.
Let's try this.
I just make a movie and tell a story that seems interesting to me and hope for the best.
Raiders of the Lost Ark was more than a movie. It was the mega merger of the two most successful filmmakers of their time. But Steven Spielberg and George Lucas traveled very different roads to reach that point. Spielberg was the child prodigy, winning prizes for his films by the time he was 13. Rejected by the film school of the University of Southern California, he continued making short films on his own. One was finally noticed.
I remember getting a phone call from the head of Universal TV, and he loved the movie, and he offered me a contract. And take it from there, I was given professional help very early on. Actually stopped school in my senior year, never graduated.
He was 21, and now he started hearing about a USC film student named George Lucas, who landed there after junior college. Spielberg sought him out.
I think 67, around there. It was whenever THX 1138 screened at Royce Hall at UCLA, and went backstage and met George backstage.
Spielberg would make Sugarland Express. Lucas would do American Graffiti. But it was their next films, Jaws and Star Wars, that made movie history and changed their lives.
As George Lucas will tell you, he didn't know Star Wars would do what it did. I had no idea Jaws would be as successful as it was.
Today, the two men have made 4 of the top 5 grossing movies of all time, with 13 in the top 50, earning over $3 billion at the U.S. box office.
Well, it makes me feel good that, you know, the people are listening to the stories I'm telling. I think that's wonderful, and I thank them for that, because, you know, it's, you know, you can't do the work without at least one person listening.
What do you think your name on a movie says to people?
It helps get people in the door sometimes, you know, on a hard sell. Now, it doesn't work all the time that way. You know, my name, you know, meant something in 1987 when Empire of the Sun came out, and yet nobody gave it a chance. Nobody saw it. And Amistad also was another film that people, you know, my name couldn't get the requisite number of people into the theater to make that film successful in any way.
Over the years, both men have made time for families. George, who's divorced, has 3 children. Steven is the father of 7. Both of them told me they make movies because they have to, but they're very picky about their projects.
The main thing that I ask myself when I read something is this something that I want to devote a year or more of my life to? And is this a story that I'm going to be proud of in 10 years?
They're always a struggle. It's a lot of hard work, and I'm not really all that amenable to doing hard work. You know, even when I enjoy it and even when it's something I like, I still like to put it off as long as I can.
Back in 1989, upon the release of The Last Crusade, Lucas told us that one movie he would probably put off forever was Indiana Jones 4.
It's probably not going to be pursued any further.
But fast forward a decade, and George Lucas seems ready to work.
We've been working on Indiana 4 for years. It's really a matter of getting a script that everybody likes and getting the timetable, because now everybody's very successful, getting, you know, all the characters to line up so that they can shoot it and get it in their schedules. Harrison is really anxious to do another one. He loves the character. Steve loves the character. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing another one.
Sean Connery would love another chance to play Dad.
The floor's on fire.
I would adore to do another one. It's one of the happier experiences on film.
We have spoken about Indiana Jones.
Michelle Yeoh, former James Bond girl and star of the new film Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, has already met with Spielberg.
I hope, you know, when Steven and George Lucas and Harrison Ford, when they get together, the name Michelle Yeoh will float around.
Kevin Costner's name is floated around, but he denies rumors that he's been asked to play Indy's brother.
I've been hearing this for about 3 or 4 years. I've never got a call from Steven about it.
George Lucas confirms that he's spoken with the Sixth Sense's M. Night Shyamalan about writing a script, though nothing is firm. But Steven Spielberg says he's getting a lot of pressure to get it done.
My kids are the ones that say, Dad, go back to making the Raiders movies. You can make those films for Mom, but go back and make the Raiders movies for us.
Coming up on Entertainment Tonight's Indiana Jones Behind the Adventure.
Harrison Ford's crash in $1 million helicopter, how he escaped with his life, and how the death of fellow pilot JFK Jr. affected him.
I was shocked at the loss.
A rare visit to Harrison's ranch in Wyoming, and how he turned real-life hero to rescue a hiker who was stranded on a mountaintop.
He said, "How you doing?" And I said, "I think I'm okay."
At home with River Phoenix and his little brother Joaquin, and the 911 call from the night River died.
He's having seizures on Sunset and Larrabee. Please come here.
That's coming up.
In 1981, was it 70s TV star Donny Osmond, Carol Burnett, or Farrah Fawcett who said, "Excuse me for saying this, but there's really a lot of garbage on television today"? Your answer is coming up in the Entertainment Tonight Weekend Birthdays.
Closed captioning provided by